Angeles educators, and actually a strong voice for California throughout America. The President of the United Teachers of Los Angeles, A.J. Duffy.
I like the illusion that I'm actually taller than I am. I want to introduce to everyone, but especially United Teachers of Los Angeles, your President-elect, Warren Fletcher. And I want to promise our members that this will be a smooth transition because you demand it and you deserve it. Thank you, Warren. Let me hear the UTLA voices. We in UTLA seem to end up in Pershing Square a lot these days. I want to thank all of the teachers from every district and all of the health and human service professionals from every district and all the support personnel from every district that came here to be with us today. This truly is the part of labor today. Just as I was coming up, one of my teacher leaders grabbed me and said, "You have to read this petition. It's from 600 parents at one of our local schools, Nobel Middle School," so let me read it to you. Petition to save teachers and lower class sizes at Nobel Middle School. Indicated below are parents of Nobel Middle School that demand that teachers do not be laid off from the Los Angeles Unified School District and that all funding cuts to education be immediately rescinded. We demand that education in California be fully funded and the class sizes be reduced in order to ensure the quality of education that the children of California deserve. Thank you, Nobel Middle School. We gather here today not to end the week of action, but to send a clear message loudly to our legislators to pass the tax extensions, and especially to warn the Republican minority in both state houses. If you don't break ranks with your short-sighted leadership and vote for the tax extensions, you will be destroying the education for every child in the state of California. We ask you, how can you do that? You have said no to the tax extensions in the face of the existing woeful underfunding of public education. We ask you, how can you do that? You have said no to the tax extension even though the public education has suffered under the loss of $18 billion in the past 2.5 years. We ask you, how can you do that? Are you aware that to say no to the tax extensions means that your own districts and your children will be greatly impacted? We ask you, how can you do that? Are you aware that here in LA and around the state, your refusal to pass the tax extensions will increase the already strained relationships between labor and management? Your actions will starve out the local districts and result in increased pain for our members and especially for our children who in the final analysis suffer the most. They lose critical programs such as art, music, libraries, counselors, and vital badly needed health and human service professionals, as well as education support services. All the things we need for a well-rounded education for our children. We ask you, how can you do that? Brothers and sisters, only through collective action can we force the Republican minority to do the right thing for our children. This week, culminating with this and other events around the state, act as a clarion call to action for us all. Democrats and Republicans, parents and students, teachers and health and human service professionals, support staff and administrators must understand that we are in this battle together. Here in LA, as it is around the state, we may have and indeed do have serious differences with our central administrations, but this is the time to close ranks and work together for proper funding for public education and to end the current Republican roadblock upstate in Sacramento. Thank you.